Imagine you are in a quiet place, away from the noise of the outside world. He closes his eyes and breathes deeply. Feel the air coming in and out of your lungs. Now, let me take you on a very special journey. This is a journey into your interior, to the deepest part of your being. You don't need or a passport. You just need to be here, present and silent. Have you ever thought about the power of silence? In a world full of noise, finding moments of silence can be a real treasure. Let me tell you a story. Many years ago, in a small village surrounded by mountains, I knew a wise man. His name was Alan, and was known for his ability to find answers in silence. The townspeople came to him with their problems, hoping that his words would give them clarity. But Alan did not always respond with words. Instead, he used to take people to a special place in the forest, where only the whisper of the wind could be heard, and the song of the birds. I was telling them. Nato speaks in a silent language. Here, in the midst of this silence, you will find the answers you are looking for. One day, a young woman named Eliza came to Alan. She was distressed by the decisions she had to make in her life. "Master," he said, "I don't know which way to go. Everything seems overwhelming." Alan smiled and took her to the forest. They walked in silence for quite a while, until they reached a clearing illuminated by sunlight. "Sit here," he said, "and close his eyes. Listen to the silence, and let me guide you." Alyssa did what Alan asked her to do. At first, his mind was full of thoughts and worries. But little by little, began to hear something deeper. It was as if his own being spoke to him through silence. He began to feel a peace he had never experienced before. And in that peace, answers to his questions began to emerge. Now I want you to experience this too. Find a comfortable place. Closes his eyes and breathes deeply. Imagine you are in that forest clearing, surrounded by nature. Allow yourself to be silent and listen. What can you hear beyond the noise of your thoughts? What you can discover about yourself in this quiet space. In life, we often look for answers outside of ourselves, when in reality, the answers are within us. Silence helps us to connect with that inner darkness, that voice that is often stifled by the hustle and bustle of everyday life. When was the last time you took a moment to simply be silent? When was the last time you heard your own heart? As you continue on this journey, allow yourself to explore your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Watch what comes up and let it be. Silence is not only the absence of sound, is also a space for reflection and self-knowledge. Is a space. Where can we find the clarity and peace we need so much? Remember the story of Alan and Eliza. They found answers in silence. And you can do it too. The next time you feel or lost, remember that silence is your ally. Find a time and a place to be with yourself. Close your eyes. Breathe and listen. What does silence tell you today? What reflexes can you make about yourself when you allow yourself to be calm? Continue on this inner journey, exploring the depths of your being. The outside world can wait. This is your moment. Your space to find yourself in silence. In silence, you can discover many things about yourself. You can remember forgotten dreams, aspirations that once drove you and that over time have vanished in the hustle and bustle of everyday life. You can reflect on the decisions you have made and those yet to come. In this space, there are no judgments or expectations, just you and your purest truth. Think of the ocean, vast and deep. On the surface, there are waves that can be, but in the depths, everything is serene and calm. That is your mind. On the surface, there are thoughts and emotions that can be agitated but if you dive deeper, you will find a place of clarity. Have you ever wondered what's in those depths? What you would like to discover about yourself? In this state of silence and peace, you could start. to notice things you normally overlook. Maybe you realize how strong and resilient you are, despite the difficulties you have faced. Or maybe you realize there are parts of you that you have neglected and that need your attention and love. Silence gives you the opportunity to reconnect with yourself, to understand your true needs and desires. Remember that this journey has no final destination, it is a continuous process. Every time you take a moment to be silent, you are taking another step forward on your path of self-knowledge. How often do you afford this luxury? What could you do to integrate more moments of silence into your daily life? Imagine what your life would be like if you regularly allowed yourself these moments of introspection. You could face challenges more calmly and clearly, make more conscious decisions, and be more in tune with your true desires and needs. You could find a deeper balance between your external responsibilities and your internal well-being. In our society, we often value action and achievement above reflection and stillness. But silence is not insecurity. It is a space for regeneration and growth. It is like fertile land in which we plant the seeds of our ideas and dreams. What seeds would you like to plant in your inner garden? What dreams and aspirations would you like to with silence? As you continue on this journey, I invite you to ask yourself some questions. What does success mean to you? Is it the same thing you were taught? Or have you learned your own definition? What really makes you happy? You are living a life aligned with your values and principles. These questions do not always have easy or immediate answers, but the simple fact of raising them can open new perspectives and paths in your life. Silence is the perfect companion for this crowd, as it gives you the space and to listen to your inner voice with it. Now, take another deep breath and feel how the air fills your lungs. When exhaling, unleash any tension or worry you may be carrying. In this state of calm, let yourself dream. Imagine your ideal life without limitations or fears. What would it be like? What would you be doing? With whom would you be? Who? Allow yourself to feel the emotions that arise from this vision. You feel joy, peace, emotion. These emotions are indications of what really matters to you, of what your heart desires. In silence, these signals become clearer and easier to hear. The journey into the interior is one of the most important and rewarding you can choose from. You do not need maps or external guides, only the will to be with yourself in silence. As you become familiar with this space, you will notice that it becomes more natural and accessible. Silence, which at first may seem uncomfortable or strange, becomes a refuge, a place where you can recharge and renew your spirit. So every day you look for those moments of silence. It may be upon awakening, before going to sleep, or at any time when you need a break. Close your eyes, breathe and listen. Listen to what your heart and soul have to say. In silence, you will find the darkness and the guide you need to live a full and authentic life. What does silence tell you today? What reflexes can you make about yourself when you allow yourself to be calm? Continue on this inner journey, exploring the depths of your being. The outside world can wait. This is your moment, your space to find yourself in silence. Subscribe to Stoic Success